Yo, yo, RX back with another stream. This time it is Sunday night, which can only mean one thing. We are here to talk about something. Obviously, the main talking point tonight is the Super Bowl, which is crazy to think that the end of the season is officially over, but it is. And yeah, Super Bowl wrapped up about an hour ago, so we'll talk about that. UFC from last night, and even the Strickland card a tiny bit. So yeah, what a fucking wild game and day and all that. Fucking Super Bowl Sunday. One of the biggest days of the year. Who doesn't love it? And yeah, crazy. Crazy. What more can you really say? Yeah, insane. Truly. And yeah, I was going to talk about it. Yeah, we'll talk about that mainly. And but yeah, of course we'll talk about UFC as well because, like always, it is the UFC hangover. Even though next week there is none because there are no fights. Trust me, we'll talk about that. But yeah, not really much to say there. Super Bowl fights, hangover. Let's do it. Let's do it. Screen share is up, and of course, so for once, they're talking about fights first. We're talking about football. Fucking measurement. You could. I'm not very good. Uh, that's weird. You want to switch over? There we go. Now it's switched over. Fucking time. Stream your actions. Stupid. Always. There we go. Now it's switched over. Yeah, very lackluster game. Not really a lot happened. The first three quarters were lame, to be honest. It was nine on the 12-0 going into the fourth quarter. So, fun. Then the game actually did start. New England tried to make a comeback but couldn't. Seattle's defense was was just phenomenal. Got a fumble, uh, scoop and score, got an interception late to seal it. Darnold got a touchdown finally late in the game. It was good. The fourth quarter was watchable. The first three quarters were fucking dreadful. Yeah, it was fine. It was not the strongest Super Bowl ever by any means. It's definitely going to be one that it's definitely going to be forgotten in terms of when you talk about great Super Bowls. It wasn't phenomenal. Last year's was probably better, to be honest. There's definitely more action, but this one was not bad. It was not bad at all, but it was a heavy defensive game for 3 quarters, which is not everyone's favorite thing, though. Trust me, it's not mine. I definitely was burnt out going into the fourth. I was like, anything ever gonna happen in this game, but eventually it did, and yeah, it was uh, uh, took a while, but the game started and it was okay. So if you just watch the fourth quarter, pretty decent game. Adding in 3 quarters of nothing, yeah, you're not really leaving with too much. So I don't know. It was fine. Not the worst Super Bowl ever. Obviously, that's New England and the Rams from 2019, I believe. But it definitely was a pretty weak Super Bowl. So, yeah, it's fine. Good for Seattle getting the one dominating. Stats-wise, Darnold, 19 for 38, 202, and a touchdown, 1 sack. Played perfectly fine enough, did the bare minimum. Got on him. K9, 27 for 135 in the Super Bowl MVP, which is probably not who they should have gave it to, but K9 was definitely their best offensive weapon, so got on him. Cooper Kupp was the lead receiver, 6 for 61. Barner got that touchdown. JSN was pretty much blanketed sacks. Their defense won them this game, if we want to be honest. The all guys looked really fucking good. Got an interception in there. Jason Myers broke the record for most kicks and most field goals in a fucking Super Bowl. And yeah, it happens. And they just played better. They just played better than New England. Not really a more complicated way to put it. They were just better. Good for them. Again, good for Seattle, man. Getting the revenge, winning the fucking Super Bowl first time in 12 years. Ain't that fucking poetic? Sam Darnold, a Super Bowl winner. before Baker, Lamar, Allen, Burrow, Sam fucking Darnold won a Super Bowl, and it didn't play that terribly. Um, yeah, how weird, how fucking weird. It, Seattle looked good, man. Seattle looked good. Again, we all knew they were probably gonna win this game. There was very little hope for New England, and honestly, they didn't look like they had any hope themselves. So Seattle gets it done, and they look good, man. They could really be scary again next year. And of course, it was stupid to talk about next year right now, but but if Seattle keeps everything as is, they could actually be really good next year again. So yeah, good on them, man. Uh, Seattle's not a team I like or dislike, and never really cared for Seattle, but good for them getting their second Super Bowl ever in a matter of 12 years, getting revenge on the team that beat them last time they were there. Good for them. They played better. They were the better team. Still think the MVP should have went to fucking anyone on their defense. And yeah, good shit. Well, what can you say? And then you got New England, which is definitely a different story. Drake May played pretty ass. 27 43, 295, 2 and 2. Not great. Not great at all. Two touchdowns were both late in the game. Yeah, 6 sacks. He did not play great, just like the rest of the playoffs. He played pretty terrible. And, yeah, he just really did not show up. He's not shown up in like the last 7 games or whatever. And they got this far by pure luck, to be honest. And their defense is good. But yeah, they were not gonna Drake was not gonna be able to play like this and fall ass backwards into another win, and he didn't. I think Drake will get better from this and learn. Had a great season and fell apart a bit late in the season. Again, I think he'll bounce back and get better from this next year. The whole line is fucking terrible, and their receiving core is pretty shit. So hopefully they can get a little bit better there next year. England's good, man. They could easily be back here again next year if they get better develop one coach of the year for a reason. Dude's a good coach. Again, Drake May really did not play good, but we see Drake. We saw Drake May's peak early in the season. How great! It's just a season. They have a decent. Stevenson was held in full stuff. Hop Douglas did okay. Receiver option. Curse the lanes. Phenomenal at times. Stop anything. Field goal. Crazy. Team. New England's gonna outplay. Yeah, offense from the beat. They actually got lead and you say they defense. And win for the second. You got good on them. And if they can keep. We get about the halftime show. Fine. And we're both Super Bowl. I enjoyed it. Next year, we get football. The free agents, and they wonder. Yeah, I'm not a focus do that into the. Yeah, well, so free agents, big name, and season. I mean, we're for tonight to see. Yeah, the 12, yeah, Super Bowl champions again. It was fine. Our topics of tonight and Vegas 113. Hey, like I do every Sunday night, the main one, Mario Batista. Batista looks good, old as they should. As far as these people now need to be cut. I'm trying to think of what you were thinking, but I can't even think of what I can ask. Oh yeah, thinking. Why were you not doing that, you dumb shit? Yeah, that I guess would probably be the biggest talking point yesterday, and no one cares about this. So yeah, I'll say Jacob, Jai Alton, Koji, and Batista are the biggest talking points. Again, I thought the card was fine. 5.9 out of 10. Nothing special happened. Best card we've seen so far this year. Yes, better than 324. Overall, as a card, it didn't have a fight as good as Patty Gaethje. I thought the card was better overall. And, yeah, what more can I really say? So, it was what it was. And, yeah, that's about the long and short of that. Yeah, it was a fine Apex card. Still don't know why we're doing these cards in 2026, but whatever. And, yeah, pretty basic. Fine card. I've talked about plenty. Almost 2 hours in recap form, so, yeah, we'll have the shorts out for tomorrow. And, yeah, that's about that, so, not really much else to say there. It's fine. Few main talking points. The rest probably won't be remembered. I don't blame you. It was nothing to be. The only reason it had a better like than it really deserved is because the other two cards this year were shit. So, what can I really say? But, yeah, about that. And then, obviously, the saddest part is now we go a week without fights because this is not next week. This is not till February 21st. So, I guess we're getting a Thanksgiving break, which is fucking bullshit. But, yeah, that's the case there. So I'm not going to talk about this card really right now, not till next Sunday, because there's no point to talk about this card right now, because obviously it's not happening this week, so that really sucks, but what can you do, I guess? Fuck. Yeah, I truly did not even know that we were going into a break week. I truly thought this was next week, but then I see the date on it, I'm like, oh, fuck. So, 21st. Oh joy. So next week, a lot of nothing, which doesn't that sound fun. Makes it easier for me, but also I'm more bored. So we'll see how we make it through that week, especially what that week and weekend is. So, and yeah, we'll talk about this card the following week. So can't wait. And yeah, it's a fine card. Main event's really fucking good, and we'll see how it turns out. So not really too much else to say there. Yeah, I think there's not really any other talking points I really have. Um, I get only 120 minutes. I'll go a couple more minutes if no one pops in here. I know I might not be the most high energy tonight. Not like I'm like not happy or anything. I guess my voice is lower than usual. But yeah, like I don't outside of the three things I've already talked about. Uh, 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 Super Bowl, this and this. So I got much to say. Tonight was gonna be an NFL season recap for everybody. We'll review everybody. Again, we're not gonna do that till next week. So you know, I'm not really a point to do that right now, and again, UFC wise, we're not going to talk about Strickland Hernandez card right now, so kind of just man, I get it Sunday nights. I get it Sunday night. I love alone after Super Bowl, so people are gassed and all that ready for a new week. So hope everyone had a good weekend, or gonna have a good week. Um, I'll be live Tuesday for sure. Saturday and Sunday for sure, mate. Unless something big drops news wise. I don't see myself going live Wednesday. I don't expected Japan was going for a week. Yeah, we're gonna say it forward and great. No, my audio has been fucking up or not. But if it has, yeah, I hope it didn't while I talked about everything. If it did, the long and short of what I said was, Super Bowl is fine, good for Seattle. For UFC, few talking points, nothing crazy. Strickland Hernandez card is sadly not next week. So we won't talk about that this week. We don't need to. And yeah, content wise, I'll probably go live. I know I will Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll see about Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday if anything drops news wise. I will. Yeah, not really much else to say there. Again, I might have a retrospective video during the week. We'll see. Shorts, we'll see. And yeah, not really A lot else to say there. I was talking about something before I got interrupted. Oh yeah, the Dana not dropping news for 327. I think he will this week. I'd imagine with a break week, it only makes sense if he fucking did. So hopefully he fucking does, because, I don't think any of us would mind that, but who knows? And yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. Um, yeah, not really much else to say there. I already hope my audio wasn't fucked up this whole time. So I don't know why it would do that. Like, I literally wasn't running anything, but whatever. Yeah, again, Sunday night. That's one good thing. It's Sunday night, so no one's here to begin with. Yeah, I hope everyone had a good weekend and ready for a good week. Valentine's week break, whatever the fuck. Um, yeah, should be intriguing. Fuck, the worst day and holiday and all of the year. Can you really taking a break for it? Gross. And yeah, not really too much else to say there. See what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Super Bowl was fine. Again, I'm not paranoid that my audio didn't catch anything I said about Super Bowl. But yeah, it was fine. Seattle was a better team. Darnold played fine. Did the bare minimum. K9 looked great. Receivers did fine. Defense should have got the Super Bowl MVP. So it was fine. And New England just was not really up to task in this game. May needs to learn from this and get better. The receivers are ass. Their O-line is awful. Hopefully they actually get some of that in the off-season. Vrabel's still good. May is still good. Just needs to get better. Defense played really good till they finally broke. And yeah, we'll see what happens with them in the off-season. So a lot of free agents from both sides. So we'll see what happens there. And yeah, not really too much else to say there. Again, I'll give Super Bowl a 6 out of 10. Fourth quarter was good. First three quarters where you could just skip. Again, I didn't care for the halftime show. I'm not gonna rant about it. It's more just silly background mumbles, noise, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, not really much else to say there. Again, if my audio was fucked up the whole of this stream, sorry. Y'all could have told me, but sorry. I don't know why I would even fucking do that, but there's always a new wrinkle into shit fucking up on my end, so I wouldn't be shocked. And yeah, so whatever. We'll be back during the week to talk about whatever the fuck we can talk about with no fights or football. And yeah, see what happens. So, not really too much else to say there. Again, hope everyone had a good weekend. Like, it's late on Sunday, so not really many people are here, so understandable. And again, if my audio was fucked up, sorry. Very sorry. Yeah, again, I don't even know why I would have done that, so whatever. And yeah, not really too much else to say there. That being said, not very much else to be said. Super Bowl was fine. Kind of not the most memorable, but it wasn't the worst by any means. Super Bowl Sunday in the books, the 60th one ever. And so now we're on the road. Super Bowl 61. 1 year from now, wherever the fuck it is. And see what happens there. No fights for a week. That sucks as well. And we'll see how we get through this next week without football or fights. Valentine's week, gross, and see what happens. So, that being said, I can't really have anything else to say. And again, I'm already kind of annoyed and paranoid about my audio. So, again, sorry. And yeah, hope everyone had a good weekend and enjoyed Super Bowl fights and whatever else. Let's try and get to a sports this week. And yeah, pretty simple. That being said, the only thing I have to say is, of course, as always, I hope you enjoyed the stream. Please like, comment, subscribe, join us by the end of 2026. And as always, unless I'm going to say something which I don't believe I am, again, I know I keep saying again, sorry if my audio was fucked up. Apologies. And, yeah, again, if y'all ever notice my audio is fucked up, let me know. Outside of that, not much else to say. Besides, unless I'm going to say something which I don't believe I am, let's head to a sportsless week. Super football is done. Congrats, Seattle. Even though your basketball team got stolen, but you stolen football. Good job. Congrats, as always. RX. Out. Good vibes. Only. And